Hey peeps, this is Quinn. I've got a hot mess of a room right now. Just doing a check-in, practicing vlogging, um, whatever. I'm practicing vlogging a little more this week because I think it helps my brain function a little bit. Because I'm seeing myself, I'm speaking, and I'm also having the thoughts and feeling the emotions at the same time, which those are some of the challenges I have with feeling emotions and speaking um, since the brain injury. So I'm just wanting to get into the exercise of doing this more often so I can normalize having all those experiences at the same time. And I need to add that to, well, this is part of the seizure like episode action plan, but I need to create an action plan that's based on my improving my brain function. Let's see, we are close to starting my period, I think. So that also plays a factor with brain issues, but I'm having a little bit of pain. And what started it is I was on TikTok and I was doing one of those little games where it puts a letter up over your head and then you have to name things that start with that letter. I got the letter Y. And so it was like, name a city that starts with Y. I'm like, Yellowstone? I don't know. Then it was like, name an animal. And then I forgot what else it was after that because my brain was just like, no. So funny. I said a jellyfish. um, but trying to play that game, I'd played it a couple of rounds because yeah, the first letter was X, and then the second letter was A, and then the third letter was Y. I did great with A, but Y, X, I said hell no. But Y took me out. So I'm just paying attention to the fact of still what my brain can and cannot do, what it can factor. Um, and just I want to note the symptoms that I experienced today was just like it was kind of like a sprain. It was like it's actually activated back here, which is where the impact was. The impact was about right in here, but the pain started back here this time and spread over the left eye and then went down my neck and into my shoulder. Um, so I love that I've been dealing with and processing a lot of stress this month and a lot of harassment and um, a lot of emotional feelings and been able to feel and process them. That's been great. And I've dealt with a lot of death the past few months. So I'm surprised at how well I've done. And I think that is, I can definitely attribute that to the change in medications that I had a few months ago. I think that's helping me to balance stuff out. But I'm recognizing that I still have these limitations because when I did have the symptoms after playing the game, I had like numbness in my hand and my feet. So there's still some things that I can't do. I can appear very normal for a good amount of time, but then there are some things that I can't do. Don't ask me to say the alphabet backwards. Don't ask me to count backwards because that ain't going to happen. Counting backwards from 100 by threes. I know that was one test that I had to do and I lost feeling in my feet. I was like, no. So, because it's like, I think what happens is my brain is injured, okay? And it's like, well, we need to take resources from other areas so that we can get that to fire off. Oh God. Yeah, so that's a thing. But I noticed what has helped me feel the best and has helped me in healing the most was being creative, having community, and talking about and feeling and expressing love. That has been the best medicine. Because when I'm being creative, when I'm writing stories or when I'm voice acting or when I'm singing, it's expression without having to think about the emotions, but it is validating of those emotions, whether it's a sad song or a love song or, a song about anger or a scene that's about fear, whatever. It's allowing me to process these emotions, which normally when I'm feeling them in the moment are too much. So I can see that um, doing my voice acting and playing around, singing karaoke and stuff like that is good for my brain. So if I'm sad and I don't know how to say the words, it's good to look up a song. It's good to look up a scene and rehearse that scene. Um, so I need to stick to that. That works for me. It works for me. Um, the other thing that I've been noting is the feeling of love, resonating with what I did for myself, and it's part of the action plan that I have because, like, I treated this as if this was a starting a migraine, but part of my action plan is to put ice on my head, take my medication, and rest. But also, I addressed emotions by allowing myself to ask, where is this coming from? And connecting in with my heart. I've played like some meditation music, laid down, and just committed to myself that just rest until the ice pack loses its cool. Then, and only focus on your heart, focus on love, focus on feeling love and being loved. And that really helped me to bounce back so that I could get up and go do the laundry and run errands and cook dinner. I can tell today I was not at my best. Like at the laundromat, I was fine. It was the best time at the laundromat too. Because usually I have a hard time. At the laundromat, there's the brain calculation of finding the quarters, sorting the clothes, and stooping and bending because I also have a neck and back injury. And at the laundromat, I had a good session today, pretty good, up until it came time to transfer the clothes from the washing machine to the dryer. Because what I did for the washing machine, I just found a big washing machine, and I'm like, okay, these clothes can go in cold water, these clothes can go in warm water, and just go on with my life. But when it came to drying, I had to sort the clothes out based on how they could dry. And that didn't go so well. And I had a bunch of towels that just wouldn't dry, period. But so I need to make a plan for doing the laundry. How can I do this better? Because I need to wash the clothes based upon their care needs, and to, like, if it's whites that need to get stain out. By the way, I've stopped using bleach for the past few months because that's too much of a brain thing to do. But so I don't wear white. That's why I don't wear white. If anybody thinks, oh, she's so goth and she's so ill. Yes, I'm old school goth, but no, because it's a lot easier to wash the clothes that are all the same color. Thinking. So I struggled with the dryer because it's like what I noticed that I was struggling with was the sorting. I struggled with deciding on what dryer to pick because, like, at this laundromat, sometimes you get a dryer that doesn't work. And so I'm like feeling the dryers, trying to decide. So I know that as I'm doing that and trying to sort the towels and get them split up amongst the dryers, that work was challenging for me. So it uses spoons. It uses extra spoons. So that's why I really hate doing laundry. I really hate doing laundry. I need to have a house where the washing machine is inside my house and I can wash and dry whatever the fuck I want to, whenever I want to, however I want to. That's what I need. That's what I need. Plus, having the ability to sit down and to be cool. It's super hot here in Fresno. So because of the brain sprain today, I didn't do my laundry in the morning like I would normally plan to do. I did it at like in the heat of the day because I had rested. I rested and allowed myself to recover. So the high heat, it's not good. Not good. My brain's like, oh, we're processing way too much. It's hot and I gotta sort. So yeah. Envision myself with a house that has a washer and dryer that function very well within it, that I can afford, and it's a one-story house. It needs to be a one-story house, so I'm not having to go up and down the stairs with that stuff. In Southern California, so it's not up here in the heat. I'm going to work on that vision. I'm going to work on that vision. Um, yeah. Yeah. So I'm just checking in on brain capability. And then I'm going to do another video later on heart opening. The meditation. I was loving towards myself. I gave myself what I needed today. I laid down and I rested. I took my meds, and that's one thing, big thing I'm learning from these injuries is to take care of me. Old me would take care of everybody to the depletion of me, and I still try to do that sometimes. But I have a body that just says, meh, no, can't do it. Stop. In the name of love before you break your brain. So, yeah, I'm having to listen to it. But this is the thing, as human beings, if we learn that we're supposed to love on ourselves and take care of ourselves first, that means emotionally, and it's not a hateful thing. But when we love on ourselves and we meet our needs through our own efforts, it makes us available for receiving more love, having deeper community and connection. Whereas having the codependent attitude of serving everyone else and then taking care of ourselves, it leaves us set up for disappointment. And disappointed people are pretty easy to control. The more you know. TBI philosophy. Maybe I'll start a channel on that. Yeah, so I just wanted to do this as a check-in, recognizing how my brain's doing today. It's going to be a good time to make sure I drink plenty of water, have plenty of rest, and yeah. And my husband did a super sweet thing today, is that we had karaoke at home, and that was nice because we sang songs that I knew, so it made it easy. And so I was singing and expressing love. We did a bunch of love songs, just like so sappy. Singing, expressing love in community with someone that I really care about. So I know that that's another care plan, or another piece of my brain recovery care plan that I need to include. I've gotten out of the severity of the seizure-like symptoms action plan. Like, now that we are a team and working this plan together, it's now how can I thrive afterwards? And I'm going to talk to my doctor about that this next week and see what she thinks are some processes to put together. So yeah, just checking in, longer video, but this is more for me than it is for anybody else. So, all right, take care until next time. Peace.